So this is going to be a reading for my Capricorns. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be a look at September 17th through the 19th. Now, this is general. You only want to take what applies to you and leave the rest. If you want more so of a personal reading, just check the description, of course, and subscribe so you never miss a beat. So the first card, Capricorns, is going to represent the message from your spirit guides. And we have the Sanctuary card. And it says healing, comfort, faith, and restoration. I'm seeing something here with the home environment. Some of you guys may be looking for a change or some like renovations or something. Like you may be needing a change in feng shui within your home environment. A lot of times whenever there is like blockages that we're experiencing, it's because our environment may be feeling very stagnant. So some of you may be looking at possibly making some advancements within the home. A lot of you also may be needing to prioritize like personal healing when it comes to like childhood wounds, not even necessarily romantic. For a lot of you, it has a lot to do with some things that you've experienced in your childhood. And then now as an adult, you like do things in subconscious habit due to what you've experienced in your childhood. So for instance, as a child, you may have not had much. So now you may hoarder. Or as a child, you may have suffered through certain types of abuse. And I hate to get really deep, but now that may kind of reflect in like being defensive as an example, excuse me. But looking deeper into this reading, I do have the Three of Swords representing the theme. Now, I don't see this necessarily being disappointment that you guys are going to experience during this time frame. Some of you will. This may be you just... And I don't see this being like a major disappointment. This looks more so like you being disappointed that something didn't necessarily turn out the way that you would have hoped. Okay, you may have had an idea of how you wanted things to go with a trip, a vacation, an opportunity, a conversation. This is just you not being happy with the outcome of something. Okay, clarifying that I have the Five of Cups. So you could be having this inability to kind of let go of the fact that you're pretty upset with something. You could be feeling like after all this time you've invested, the results should have been different. So this could be causing some issues between you and another individual here. Some of you also could be more so disappointed with someone that you're romantically dealing with because of the past you guys may have had or some things that may have happened that you haven't emotionally gotten over. And yeah, I see you guys wondering whether or not your invested time was a waste of time, basically. Now, looking at love specifically, I do have the Ten of Wands. So some of you either have a stressful relationship in your life right now, or you're still dealing with the level of stress that you may have accumulated, or baggage, I should say, from a previous connection if you are single. For others of you, you're also doing this thing. For my singles, I see this strongly, where you're like trying to keep yourself busy and distracted to where you have an excuse to not have a love life to kind of protect yourself. So you could be someone who's a workaholic or someone who's just always busy and have a lot on your plate to where you don't even have time to prioritize love. Some of you just deal with a lot of stress within your relationship, a lot of stress. And then when it comes to career, I have the Queen of Swords. So this is you guys trying to be more strategic and smart in how you spend your money, but also how you get further in your career. A lot of you have some personal goals that you would like to actualize, goals that may have been goals of yours since a child. Or some of you guys may be considering whether or not you should go back into doing something you did before. Like this may have been something you did in the past to make money, and now you may be contemplating whether or not you should do it now. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. But the advice here, ooh, we have the Six of Wands. So, let me clarify. Why is the Six of Wands here as the advice? Oh, for a lot of you, you're standing in your own way of success. Procrastination, getting into your own head, anxiety is keeping you from what you guys are destined to have, which is success. A lot of you, your destiny is to succeed in whatever you decide to put your mind to. But for a lot of you, you kind of choke up, or you get into this like wanting to be a perfectionist energy, and it only delays you and keeps you stuck. And for some of you, you need to hear this, but you got the better end of the deal when it comes to a divorce. And some of you may not be seeing it that way. But when it comes to the possible challenge that may come up, I do have the Four of Swords in reverse. And this may be getting back into the talking stages with someone who may have been cut off. Yeah, I also see it may be not necessarily the issue of you guys talking again, but making it a stable relationship. It may be all over the place. Other than that, this may be, again, getting back into the flow or routine of working. For some of you who may have like recently taken some sort of like health break from work, or you may have just given birth. I also see that as well. But the last card here is going to represent the future, and I have the Judgment card. So this is you coming to a final conclusion on what you're going to do moving forward with something. Yeah, some of you guys may be making the decision to try to actively change the environment of a relationship and try to keep it together. For some of you, it's more so you deciding to kind of prioritize focusing on just work. If your love life keeps running into like these confusing situations that for some reason never really end up to be like a serious commitment or something that you could just take serious in general. So this is what I see. I hope I did kind of put things in perspective. If you enjoyed or you took something from this reading, feel free to thumbs it up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, Capricorns.